Ladies and gentlemen, it is such a privilege to be here with you today, to share a message that can transform not just your thoughts, but your life. The journey of building the life you want begins with one simple but profound realization: you are in control. You have the power to shape your future with every decision you make. But to do that, you need to begin with clarity. Take a moment and ask yourself, what do I truly want? Not what others expect, not what seems easy or convenient, but what lights you up from the inside. The clearer your vision, the more purpose you'll have in your everyday actions. Dream big. But remember, dreams without clarity can leave you wandering rather than growing. Next, remember this: you are powerful. You have within you the strength, wisdom, and courage to create the life you've always imagined. Your choices matter. The way you speak to yourself, the way you treat your body, the way you approach each day, all of these are moments where your power is revealed. You don't need permission to be the author of your own story. Own it. But let's get real for a moment. There will be voices inside and outside that will try to tell you it's not possible. These voices, these limiting beliefs, are not the truth. They are old stories, stories you've outgrown. Challenge them. Replace them with new stories of empowerment. You can choose to be free of those chains. You are more than enough. And then comes the action. It's not enough to just think about the life you want. You must take inspired action. Even if it's a small step, it counts. Every decision, every step forward is a brick in the foundation of the life you're creating. Don't wait for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is now. Understand that setbacks will come. And when they do, remember this: setbacks are simply setups for comebacks. Every challenge, every obstacle holds a lesson. So embrace those moments, learn from them, and know that they are part of your growth. Finally, surround yourself with people who lift you up. You don't have to go it alone. Seek out those who believe in your dreams, who see your potential even when you can't see it yourself. And never be afraid to let go of those who drain you or hold you back. Your growth depends on the energy around you. So my friends, as you stand here today, take a moment to reflect on your power, your purpose, and your potential. The life you want is already within you. It's waiting for you to step into it, to claim it. Go forward with courage, with clarity, and with an unwavering belief that you are capable of building a life that is truly yours. The world is waiting for the gift that only you can bring. Clarity of vision is the cornerstone of building the life you want. Without it, you may find yourself wandering through life, reacting to circumstances instead of intentionally creating your path. It's easy to get distracted by the noise, the expectations of others, and the constant barrage of information. But if you don't take the time to truly reflect on what matters most to you, you might end up living someone else's dream, or worse, not living at all. Having clarity means understanding not only what you want, but also why you want it. It's about digging deep into the essence of who you are, your values, and your passions. It's knowing that your goals are not just for external validation or to meet the expectations of society, but they are in alignment with your true purpose. When your vision is clear, everything else falls into place. Decisions become easier because they are filtered through the lens of your bigger picture. Clarity gives you direction. It acts as a compass that guides you through the fog, helping you to stay on course even when things get tough. Without clarity, you might chase after things that feel exciting in the moment but leave you unfulfilled in the long run. But when you know what you truly want, every step you take is in service of that vision, no matter how big or small. You can confidently say yes to the things that align with your values and no to the things that don't, without second-guessing yourself. It's important to remember that clarity doesn't always come overnight. It's a process. It takes time to reflect, to dream, to uncover what your heart truly desires. Sometimes you may need to let go of old beliefs, societal pressures, or limiting thoughts in order to see clearly. But when you do, you will experience a sense of peace, knowing that you are on the right path. You'll stop trying to be everything to everyone, and instead focus on being everything to yourself, living a life that is true to who you are. The more you commit to your vision, the clearer it becomes. And the clearer it becomes, the more it empowers you to make decisions with confidence and purpose. It's this clarity that will help you weather any storm, remain grounded in your truth, and never lose sight of the life you are meant to create. Embracing your power is one of the most transformative steps you can take on your journey toward building the life you want. It's about acknowledging that you are not a passive observer in your own life, but an active creator of it. This power lies within you. It's the strength of your choices, the energy of your decisions, and the wisdom that guides you. But to truly embrace it, you must first accept that you have the ability to shape your reality. So often we underestimate ourselves, convinced that we are too small or too powerless to make a real difference. But that belief is an illusion. The truth is that your life is a reflection of the choices you make every single day. And when you choose to take ownership of those choices, you unlock a force within you that is capable of moving mountains. Your power is rooted in the belief that you are enough. It is the quiet confidence that comes when you stop waiting for permission or for external validation and instead begin trusting your own inner guidance. Too often, we look outside of ourselves for approval or affirmation, when the only approval we truly need is our own. When you start trusting yourself, you will find that the world begins to open up in ways you never thought possible. The more you trust your intuition, the clearer your path becomes, because you are no longer looking for someone else to lead you. You are standing in your own truth, confidently charting your course. Embracing your power means stepping into your potential with courage, even when it feels scary or uncertain. It's about facing the fears that have kept you stuck for so long and choosing to rise above them. These fears are often just illusion stories that we've told ourselves about our limitations. But when you confront those fears and move through them, you begin to see that they have no real hold over you. You realize that the only thing standing between you and the life you want is your willingness to believe that you can achieve it. The truth is, we all have a vast well of power within us. It's not always loud or flashy. Sometimes it shows up as quiet determination or an unshakable sense of peace. But when you recognize this power and decide to use it, you begin to tap into something much greater than yourself. You become an unstoppable force, a person who is committed to their dreams and relentless in the pursuit of them. The power to change your life, to shift your circumstances, and to become the person you've always dreamed of being has always been within you. All you need to do is claim it. When you embrace your power, you also recognize that you are worthy of the life you desire. No longer will you settle for less than what you deserve. You will no longer tolerate situations or relationships that drain you or hold you back. You will begin to surround yourself with people, opportunities, and experiences that nourish your soul and help you become the best version of yourself. You will stop allowing external circumstances to define you, and instead begin to define your own life by the choices you make and the energy you bring to the world. Embracing your power is a declaration to the universe that you are ready to live fully, to step into your truth, and to honor your own potential. It is the foundation upon which you build everything else. And once you understand the depth of your own power, you will never again doubt your ability to create the life you want. You will know with every fiber of your being that you are enough, that you are powerful, and that you are capable of creating a future beyond your wildest dreams. Overcoming limiting beliefs is a crucial step toward unlocking your full potential and creating the life you truly desire. We all have stories we tell ourselves, often based on past experiences, societal conditioning, or fears that have been ingrained in us over time. These beliefs shape the way we see ourselves and the world around us, often without us even realizing it. They are the silent barriers that keep us from stepping into the fullness of who we are meant to be. And the most challenging part is that many of these beliefs feel like truths, so deeply embedded in our subconscious that we may never question them. But the truth is, these beliefs are not the truth. They are simply stories that we've chosen to accept. The first step in overcoming limiting beliefs is to become aware of them. You challenge what you don't see. Take a moment to reflect on the thoughts that arise when you think about your goals, your dreams, or your worth. What are the negative beliefs you hold about yourself? Do you believe you're not good enough, not smart enough, or not capable of success? Do you hear a voice telling you that you're too old, too young, or that it's too late to start something new? These beliefs are not inherent truths. They are products of your past experiences, your upbringing, or the opinions of others. But once you identify them, you gain the power to challenge them. Start by asking yourself, is this belief serving me? Is the belief that you are not capable of achieving your dreams helping you move forward? Or is it keeping you stuck in a place of fear and inaction? The answer is clear, it's not serving you. Limiting beliefs have a way of keeping you small, preventing you from taking risks and robbing you of the confidence you need to pursue your desires. But the moment you decide that you no longer want to live under their influence, the door to change opens. To overcome these beliefs, you must begin to reframe them. This means replacing the limiting belief with a more empowering one. For instance, instead of believing that you're not good enough, shift the belief to, I am more than capable of learning, growing, and achieving my goals. Instead of thinking I'll never be successful, replace it with, success is a journey, and I am willing to take the necessary steps, even if it's uncomfortable at first. This shift in mindset doesn't happen overnight, but it begins the moment you choose to challenge what you've always believed to be true. The more you practice reframing these beliefs, the more natural it becomes to see yourself as capable, worthy, and empowered. Another essential aspect of overcoming limiting beliefs is recognizing that failure is not a reflection of your worth or ability. Many of us are conditioned to fear failure, to see it as a definitive proof that we are not good enough or that we should give up. But failure is simply a part of the learning process. It's a necessary stepping stone on the way to success. When you stop seeing failure as a setback and instead view it as an opportunity to learn and grow, you free yourself from the grip of limiting beliefs. Every successful person has faced failure, but they didn't allow it to define them. They used it as fuel to propel them forward, knowing that it was part of the journey. It's also important to recognize that limiting beliefs often stem from comparisons to others. We live in a world where it's easy to measure our worth against someone else's success. But this comparison is toxic and unproductive. Your journey is unique, and no one else has walked your exact path or faced the same challenges. When you start comparing yourself to others, you give away your power. You forget that you are on your own journey, with your own timing, and that your success will come in its own perfect way. Embrace your individuality and trust that your path is unfolding exactly as it should. Finally, surround yourself with people who believe in you, people who challenge your limiting beliefs with their own stories of triumph, perseverance, and belief in possibility. It's hard to break free from limiting beliefs when you are constantly surrounded by negativity or people who reinforce your doubts. Find those who lift you up, who see your potential even when you can't see it yourself, and let their belief in you become the mirror that reflects your own capabilities. Overcoming limiting beliefs is not a one-time event, it's a lifelong process of growth, awareness, and intentional change. It's about continuously choosing to step out of your comfort zone, to confront the stories that have held you back, and to replace them with the truth of who you are, a capable, worthy, and powerful individual who is fully capable of creating the life they desire. As you begin to dismantle these limiting beliefs, you'll realize that the only true limits are the ones you place on yourself. The possibilities for your life are endless once you choose to believe in your infinite potential. Taking inspired action is the bridge between dreaming and achieving. It's not just about doing something because you feel obligated or because it's the next logical step. It's about moving forward with intention, with purpose, and with a deep alignment to your vision. Many people understand the importance of taking action, but what often gets overlooked is the concept of inspired action, the kind of action that comes from a place of passion, excitement, and belief in your own abilities. This kind of action doesn't feel like a chore or a task on your to-do list. It feels like stepping into the flow of life, trusting that each step you take brings you closer to your dreams, even if you don't have the entire path mapped out in front of you. The first part of taking inspired action is about tapping into your intuition. Your inner voice is constantly guiding you, but it can often get drowned out by the noise of doubt, fear, and external expectations. When you take the time to listen to that quiet voice within, you begin to recognize the actions that will move you forward. Inspired action doesn't always look like grand, sweeping gestures sometimes. It's a small whisper, a new idea, a conversation that feels meaningful, an opportunity that feels like a perfect fit. These moments may seem subtle, but they are the universe's way of nudging you toward the right direction. It's about trusting those nudges and taking the step, even if it feels uncertain or risky. Taking inspired action also requires you to cultivate a mindset of trust. Trust that you don't need to have every single detail figured out before you move forward. Often we hold ourselves back because we believe that we need to know everything about how something will unfold before we begin. But the truth is, life doesn't give us the entire roadmap, it gives us one step at a time. And that's all we need. When you take action based on inspiration, you don't need to see the whole picture. You just need to trust that the next step will appear when it's time, and when it does, you'll have the courage and clarity to take it. Each action, no matter how small, is like a stone placed in the river of your journey, slowly creating a path toward your goals. Another key aspect of inspired action is the alignment of your actions with your values and desires. When you take action from a place of alignment, your efforts feel effortless, even when the tasks themselves might be challenging. It's when you are out of alignment with your true self that you start to feel resistance and exhaustion. But when you move in the direction of your dreams with a heart full of purpose, you'll find that the work no longer feels draining. Instead, it feels like you're in flow. Every step forward feels fulfilling, and every challenge becomes a learning experience rather than a setback. But inspired action is not always comfortable. It's about stepping into the unknown, facing fear, and trusting that even if things don't go as planned, you are moving in the right direction. Fear will always be present when you are on the verge of growth. It's natural to feel afraid when you are about to take a leap or make a big change. But the difference between those who stay stuck and those who move forward is the willingness to feel the fear and act anyway. The key is not to wait for the fear to disappear before you take action. The key is to take the action despite the fear. It's when you push through that fear and act with courage that you truly begin to unlock your potential. Taking inspired action is also about consistency. It's not about taking one massive step and then waiting for results. It's about showing up day after day, doing the work, and staying committed to your vision, no matter how long it takes. Inspired action doesn't always produce instant results, but it compounds over time. The small steps you take each day, whether it's sending an email, having a conversation, writing a page of your book, or taking a class to improve your skills, add up. And before you know it, those small actions create momentum. And you find yourself much closer to your goals than you ever imagined. Moreover, taking inspired action is a practice in letting go of perfection. So often we don't take action because we fear that it won't be perfect or that it won't yield the results we expect. But waiting for everything to be perfect is a sure way to stay stuck. The reality is, there is no such thing as perfection. Every successful person has made mistakes, faced setbacks, and learned as they went. Perfection is not the goal, progress is. Each action you take, whether it leads to success or failure, is an opportunity to learn and grow. It's about taking the next right step, no matter how imperfect it may be. Lastly, when you take inspired action, you begin to create momentum. The universe responds to movement. It doesn't matter how small or how imperfect your actions are, what matters is that you are moving. The energy you put out into the world starts to attract new opportunities, new people, and new circumstances that align with your goals. As you take action, you send a message to the universe that you are serious about your dreams, and the universe in turn starts to bring things into alignment. Taking inspired action isn't about forcing things to happen or trying to control every outcome. It's about trusting in the process, moving with intention, and being open to the unfolding of your journey. It's about showing up as the best version of yourself, listening to your inner wisdom, and having the courage to act, even when the path ahead is unclear. When you consistently take inspired action, you begin to shift your reality. Your dreams start to become more tangible, and before long, the life you once imagined becomes your new reality. Resilience in the face of setbacks is perhaps one of the most essential qualities to cultivate when you're on the journey to building the life you want. Life is unpredictable, and no matter how well laid your plans may be, challenges, obstacles, and disappointments will inevitably arise. But the true measure of your success lies not in how smoothly everything goes, but in how you respond when things don't go as expected. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, to continue moving forward despite the difficulties you encounter, and to hold on to your vision even when circumstances seem to contradict it. It's an inner strength that enables you to persist, to learn from the struggle, and to rise higher than before. When setbacks occur, and it's easy to fall into the trap of self-doubt, frustration, or even despair. The emotional toll of facing failure can feel overwhelming. There may be moments when you question your worth, your decisions, or your ability to continue. But resilience is not about avoiding those feelings of doubt or sadness. It's about acknowledging them, feeling them fully, and then choosing not to be defined by them. It's understanding that setbacks are not the end of your story, but a part of the unfolding process. The key is to shift your perspective on failure itself. Rather than seeing it as a reflection of your inadequacy, you begin to see it as an opportunity to grow and evolve. One of the most powerful aspects of resilience is the ability to reframe setbacks in a way that serves you. Instead of allowing obstacles to dictate your narrative, you begin to take control of your story. You look at each challenge as a lesson, a stepping stone toward greater wisdom, rather than a roadblock. For example, if a business venture doesn't succeed or a relationship falls apart, instead of asking, "Why me?" ask, "What can I learn from this?" This shift in mindset transforms setbacks into valuable experiences that help you refine your approach, sharpen your skills, and deepen your understanding of what works and what doesn't. You learn that failure is not something to fear or avoid, but something to embrace with grace and curiosity. Resilience also requires patience. Building the life you want takes time, and success rarely happens overnight. There will be moments of slow progress, periods of uncertainty, and times when it feels like you're putting in all this effort with little to show for it. In those moments, it's easy to want to quit or to question whether it's worth continuing. But true resilience is about continuing even when the road is long and the results are delayed. It's about trusting the process, staying committed to your vision, and knowing that the seeds you plant today will eventually bear fruit, even if it takes longer than you anticipated. Patience doesn't mean complacency. It means trusting that everything you are doing is contributing to the bigger picture, even if you can't see the outcome yet. Another crucial element of resilience is the ability to adapt. The world is constantly changing, and while you may have a vision for the life you want, the path to that vision is rarely linear. You may face unexpected detours, have to adjust your strategy, or take a new approach altogether. Resilient people understand that flexibility is key. When life doesn't unfold the way you imagined, instead of resisting it, they adapt, evolve, and find new ways to move forward. They understand that the ability to pivot, whether it's changing careers, adjusting your goals, or shifting your mindset, is a sign of strength, not weakness.